I mean, it looks good, but it plays horrible. I think this needs a setup.
All right, well, let's take this Harley Benton back into the back and let's throw a new set of strings on it and we'll get this thing playing nice. All right, guys, so we have a Harley Benton SG right here. And like the kid said, it needs a setup. Real quick, let's just go through and see with 3 pickups in here. I want to see which ones are going. So I have it up in the top where it says rhythm. So I imagine that it's okay. So we have the front 2 pickups working here, the neck and the center. When I put it into the middle position, let's see what happens here. All 3 of them are working. And then back in the bridge position, we have the center and the bridge working. So in the center, you have all 3 pickups. Okay. So just to get that squared away. All right, let's pull the old strings off. To me, the string gauge feels really heavy, and I like to put 9s on everything. But this is the Gibson scale length on this one, so sometimes 9s feel really light when you have a short scale guitar. But you know what? I have some of those brand new Ernie Ball 9.5 gauge. Maybe I should throw a set of those on here. Okay, let's take the truss rod cover off of here, because after I put the new strings on it, we're going to want to make sure that the string height is right. We're going to want to make sure that the truss rod has the neck nice and straight so that the action on this guitar plays better. But Harley Benton, what I know about Harley Bentons, well, it's a guitar brand that is one of the new up-and-comers. It's been around for a little while now, but it really a lot of views on YouTube. A lot of people like the guitar because they're very inexpensive guitars. They are distributed and sold from, I believe the company is called Thomann, out of Germany. And they don't actually say on the guitar where they were made, but they are distributed and sold. It's Thomann's house brand out of Germany. Okay, so I've got my short scale gauge right here that just kind of you lay it in between the frets like this, just to check and see how much relief is in the neck. And I know you guys can't see this, but it's pretty flat starting right now. It's not too bad. It's pretty flat, but I'm going to snug that just a little tiny bit. So let me see if I can find a... Let me see if I can find an Allen wrench that fits in here. Maybe I can move this direction. There's one. Most important part is to make sure that your Allen wrench fits perfectly. Oh, that's tightened up. It feels loose. Oh, it kind of feels like, it was sort of there. Now it's starting to snug a little tiny bit. I want to get it to where it's snug. There it goes. It felt like it was kind of in the center, you know, so that should be okay until we get some strings on it, and then we can take a second look at it. Next thing I'm going to do is try to get these fret ends nice, because these things are super sharp right now. And this is my fret end file right here, a little wooden handle that I made. And I just basically I have one side of it that's super smooth. So I'm just trying to hit that little end of the fret and file that off a little bit. Now this has a lot of binding on it, so you have to kind of be careful not to damage the binding. And that might be one reason, that binding might be one reason that this guitar came out of the factory with its fret ends in rough shape already, because at the factory they didn't work them out very nicely. They didn't round the edges or anything, because, you know, factory workers are even worried about damaging the binding. So just one little swipe on these. And I try to roll over the top. It's better. It's got a few areas that are still kind of sharp. But it's getting better. Let me just do that for a while. So I'm just hitting the frets with the D'Addario fret polishing system. I've used pretty much all these. It's time to get a new container full of them. But I just set and I just kind of polish these frets like this, try to shine them up. And it's just basically a very thin sort of paper thing. But if you set and do this for a while, it does really shine these up, and it makes the frets nice and smooth. And it makes the fret ends feel better. You're not going to get cut anymore. So a very simple procedure just to try to shine these babies up. This guitar basically is new, didn't get played very often. And so there's no fret wear on it, which is a good thing. But it's kind of like new old stock where it's been sitting around for a while. And I think the worst thing about the setup was probably just that right here in the bridge just needs lowered a little tiny bit. Super easy to do, straight edge screwdriver. But after I get some strings on it, then I'll look at that. Hey guys, so normally I would put 10 gauge strings on this thing, but just because they felt kind of heavy, today I'm going to try something different. I'm doing Primo Slinky. So instead of 10 through 46, we have 9.5 through 44. So maybe this will make it feel, you know, a little easier to play. Let's give it a try. So that's looking pretty straight. Okay, so this is what I discovered. When you put it down in the treble and you turn this volume off, right here you have volume, volume, tone, and tone. When you turn this volume all the way off, you can get just the rear humbucker. When you add this volume, it adds the center. That's all 3 pickups. And that's the front 2. Now imagine if you turn this one down, gonna get the front pickup. But I like it with this dirty amp going on. I like it all the way here and this volume down, the tone all the way up, and this rear volume all the way up. It's sounding better, it's playing better. It's a Harley Benton, it's got 3 pickups. You should get one that smokes, right? We should go Ace Frehley on this thing. But there you guys got it, a quick restring video of a Harley Benton. It looks like an SG. All the gold hardware and everything. There it is, my friends. Thank you guys for watching.